I'm going to show you a quick, really cool palmistry reading. Now what I'm going to do is use my pendulum or talisman. When you use it for spiritual activity, it's called a talisman. I have all my candles and my crystals and all my sacred items close by. In the background, you'll see a palmistry drawing I did of my own hands to kind of give you direction as to what each of the lines and things on your hands that are red actually mean. I can go over a quick explanation of this at the end of this demonstration. I'm going to use my left hand because it's easier, and I'm going to use the talisman over top of my hand to give me direction. So it's side to side motion, I'm going to assume, is because it's going more towards the other side, is the line of the head. So the line of the head on my left hand is basically telling me how I'm thinking and what I'm thinking. Let me give you a quick, make sure you guys understand where the line of the head is. The line of the head is in line with what you believe your thought process is. So mine goes directly from the side and then has two split at the end, which means I'm a straight thinker, and then as I get to the end of my thought process, I'll take two paths into two different directions. I'll use this as an opportunity to kind of explore things in different directions, not just one perspective, multiple perspectives. So I use the line of my head to the best of its ability, and I branch off into different directions when I see there's an opportunity to learn more. Let's try one or two more of these. I'll use my talisman to give us direction. And again, it's swinging, but this time, as you can see, it's more swinging to the opposite side, which means the line of the heart. The line of the heart is exactly what it says it is. It's basically telling you where your heart is, where your emotions are, and how closely connected you are to them. Now, it's starting at the middle finger, the end of the middle finger, and it's going and kind of stopping there for me. So for me, the line of the heart is pointing towards a disciplined balance of independence and Saturn. So it's starting there and it's coming towards this end, which is intuitive intelligence activity. So I'm getting kind of what I did in my line of my head, but then it's drawing it straight down to the intuitive intelligence activity. So I do like to read and learn a lot. This is one of the things I really worked on and was learning about. Whereas the line of the head seemed to have stopped on the sun and then branched off for ambition, success, and creativity, which explains why I would go in two different directions. So my ambition and my success is my creative. So it makes sense that I turn my business into two different things. Let's try one more, see if we can get the talisman to point us in a different direction this time. And by the way, I'm not swaying the talisman to be going in the direction I want. I allow it to do its own thing. Starting out as a sedative position is probably best, and you can do this by bumping your talisman straight down. So as you can see, it's directing us to not so much the line of the fate, but the line of the life. So that's my lifeline right there. My lifeline is really long. I don't know if you can see it. And it branches down into my bracelets. So it starts right up here, same place at Saturn, and goes all the way down into my bracelets. Now, this is your mount of Venus, and this is the moon. So the moon is courage, mysticism, and imagination. And the mount of Venus is love, sympathy, and grace. So my line of life is going all the way down from Saturn, which is discipline, balance, and independence, going past my Venus, love, sympathy, and grace, and bringing it straight to my bracelets, which would be my three-prong I guess it's a talisman as well. It kind of has the same properties. It'd be what the same thing that say, the underwater god of Triton had. So power, force of ability to use strong efforts to move forward. So that's kind of a brief description about your palmistry and a different way to kind of read it. If you're not really sure how to start out, this could be something that really helps you to branch out and learn some different things as well as different techniques. Positions of your hand. I tend to have, I guess, an earth hand, which is down to earth, reliable, may not see big picture of things, square palm, short fingers. The air hand would be square palm, long fingers, and visible bones. They are highly intelligent, good communication people, but they may worry a lot. A fire hand would be rectangular palm, short, fleshy fingers, fine lines, and mounds. So this would be very fine. It would be almost hard to see a bit. And they're inspired, impulsive, and motivated. A water hand would be rectangular, so longer in the palm, long fingers, and they would be compassionate, empathetic, intuitive, and emotional. So as I pointed out, this is your Mount of Venus, or Mars. You have your Mercury is over here by your pinky finger. The Sun is here. Saturn is here. And let's see, Jupiter is over here. So you got a nice complement of different things that you can do readings on. You can figure this out for yourself. I'm sure you can look at it online. Each one of these little marks represents a timeline, and it gives you all the different zodiacs in here. So each one of these represents a new zodiac, and Mars is over here. And let's see, you got your moon is over here on your mound. And you got your line of fate. Your line of fate is kind of right in here, goes over the mound of the moon. Mine tends to go a little bit up and branch off into very different directions. And then this thumb is your logic, willpower. And this here is your courage. Up here, you're going to see your air sign, your fire sign, your earth sign, and your water signs. So there's just a quick little reference. I'll take a picture of the palmistry that I did and designed, and you can kind of look at it yourself and see if you can't do a little bit of this on your own. I think you'll enjoy it. It's kind of a fun way to look at things from a different perspective. Really, readings are mostly different perspectives, so don't take it too seriously and don't get too wrapped up in it. But it's definitely something to give yourself a different perspective when you're feeling stuck or isolated, or like you're just kind of curious and want to know what direction to head off in. Thanks for joining us. Talk to you soon.